Hi, CMattDye here. Thanks for stopping by and checking out today's video. Today I want to go over the top 5 CNFT projects as well as what I have been doing in the space. Let's get into it. So number 1 is MulgaKongz, just minted recently. Tappy by TapTools, the Ape Society, ChilledKongz, and EarthNode. So pretty good list of projects. MulgaKongz is new. Have a little info about them. Next, Clay Nation, Cornucopias, Orimob, Cardano Crocs Club, Cabins by the Ape Society, Goofy Gophers Mining Club, etc. So let's get into it. I like to look at volume, and you can see that we did have a volume spike here on the 19th, which was just a number of days ago. So the space is starting to get active again, and I want to see what happens with that. You can see over here on the 24th, we got nearly 1 million volume, and that was just a few days ago. So you're seeing volume starting to come into the CNFT space, which is interesting, and I think a lot of that is happening with different things that are going on. So let's get into the top 5. So number 1 is MulgaKongz, and MulgaKongz just minted a few days ago. They already have 1.1 million volume traded, and they're sitting at a 174 floor price. So they did jump a little bit. They were listed over 200. It looks like none of them sold. So 180, 189, 190, and then they dropped a little bit around that 140 area, and they're starting to move up again. Now MulgaKongz, a lot of the block were supporting by buying this. They're doing some things with Keyboard Warrior Internet Cafe or Quick, so that's kind of cool. They're working on a game with them, and there's a lot of hype around them. The art is interesting. It's kind of cartoonish and kind of fun. So I think people like that as well, as far as the gaming aspect and the art. And I'm thinking that it's going to find a floor, which it hasn't really found yet. But once it does, which is probably going to be around that 150 area, I wouldn't expect it to go that much lower. But if it were that 100 mark, I would fully expect to hold. And eventually, I would expect this project to be over 200. So I think it's a quality project. If you look at it, you do have some large holders. And that's really what you want in a project. You want some people who are able to hold, but you don't want temporary holders. So when it does go over that 200, 300 floor, everyone starts selling them. So far it's looking pretty good. 10,000 all-time high sell. It just minted a few days ago, like I said. I like to see over 10,000 all-time high sell, but in a matter of days, that's pretty good. So altogether, it looks like a good project. I'm not in it. I'm not planning to be in it, but they are doing some cool things in the space. Time is usually an issue. Can't be in everything. Next is Tappy Tools, or TapTools by Tappy. All-time high sell of 10,000, floor price of 639 currently. They minted for 420 ADA, and if you have an NFT, it lasts for 420 days. Now, during mint, they started to stagnate. Mint kind of stopped, and they decided, well, if you own 5, then you will get lifetime access. It's going to be interesting to see how that works, because in 420 days, they're going to be minting more NFTs. Do they mint them on the same policy ID or a different one? If they mint it on a different one, it's going to be chaotic. So you mint on the same one, I can understand that. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens. The NFTs are probably not going to hold that much rarity as more and more get minted. However, like I said, that's every 420 days, which is about a year, 1.3 years. So you do have some large holders here, which is very, very interesting to see. And the floor price has been holding up. Now, it doesn't show the dip. They started to mint. The floor price was immediately under 420 ADA, and then it dipped down under 400 into the 300s, and I ended up going to sleep, so I don't really know what it did after that. It's not showing in the data set, which is fine. But it did happen, and now it's been steady holding over floor price, and I expect it to hold over floor price for a little bit. I use TapTools a lot. I enjoy them. The pro features for me personally, I could give or take. It really does not matter to me. I don't use those, but I do love the platform. So that's what I can say about that. And it has been holding 2.1 million volume traded. That's wild, especially seeing that they just minted a few days ago. So 7 days-ish, a little under 7 days. So that's very, very interesting. Number 3, Ape Society. Ape Society, 250,000 all-time high sell, 6,000 floor price. And you can see right here, it kind of failed under 7,000 and it's supporting here. So it's just going to continue going sideways, which is fine. I'm totally okay with that, seeing it move sideways like that. I know some people were sniping around that 5,000 level, which is fine. But it's going to go sideways a little bit. It'll be interesting to see what else Ape Society does come out with. Their Levi Finance platform right now, you can, some NFTs you can get a loan for probably about as much as you can sell it for on the secondary market, which is very, very interesting, and it's not sustainable. So I don't know what's happening. Do they have a higher loan rate to get people involved in using the platform, or do they just have non-savvy lenders out there that are lending on very high prices? So it'll be interesting to see what is going on. I know certain NFTs, they're probably loaning so that way they can either, buy them at a decent price, or thinking the market's going to do well, because certain NFTs, it's a really good time to buy them. Other NFTs, it's a little more risky. So, do your own research, but that's kind of what I'm seeing with that. So it's not really sustainable at the moment, just because going forward, it's risky. But anyway, let's get into number 4, MulgaKongz. MulgaKongz has a 369 floor price, 135,000 all-time high sell. Kind of throw these numbers out the window. That 369 floor price. One of the team just left. I don't remember exactly who it was. I read the post, but I just don't remember. And you can see the floor tanking here. I think a lot of people are starting to lose confidence in MulgaKongz. I'm not going to speak personally about anything on MulgaKongz just because I don't want to really be in all that mess. I'm not in the project. I haven't been in the project in a very long time, since like this move here. I have not been in them. So that was quite a while ago. And now you're seeing some repercussions of what's going on there as far as the team, the bickering, and whatnot. So it'll be interesting. You still have some large holders. MulgaKongz has a good community. I love the whole Congress idea, which I'm told was developed by the community. So the community is pretty cool, and that's pretty much what you're getting is the community. Eventually, I believe the community might take this project over. That's pure speculation on my part, 100% speculation. But that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. It's have some really good bones in the project though, like a good foundation. So the project's kind of strong. If it were to drop lower than this, closer to 100, I would probably be tempted to snap up a few. So that's kind of where I'm at with MulgaKongz. Next is EarthNode. EarthNode, basically, if you have an EarthNode and World Mobile token, you can basically stake them, have your own node, which is interesting. Floor price is at 72,950. I know they went down into the 60s, right over here, obviously. So last month, they dipped down under 60,000, and now they're starting to hold up again. Dipped under 70. Right now they're over 70, and you have some holders here. 12 NFTs. Why would you want 12 of them? Because you're just a monster whale, and you're going to have several nodes. But yeah, there's definitely some people who believe in this project. They're doing some pretty good things. World Mobile. It just takes a while to build, and I think that in the market that we're in is why it did drop down so much. It'll be interesting to see what it does here. If it does come back down a little bit more and maybe plays around that 50 area, maybe it does hold at 60. It's really hard to tell on this particular project. The chart's just hideous, so there's really no way to tell. But I would expect it to maybe come down a little bit more. Overall, I do believe this is a good project, doing some good things, and whatever price you get in, it's probably worth it to do so. So it's a quality project. So anyway, that's kind of the top 5 and what I'm seeing from my perspective, and what I'm looking at. Things that I am looking at, I'm still staking the Ada inmates, having a lot of fun with that project. That's been my favorite project for a little while now. So that's a ton of fun and something I've really been enjoying. And I really haven't been doing too much since I got my Poke Pass, just hanging out, watching the space, making some friends, and that's pretty much all I've been doing. It's really a time to find the high quality projects and buy them up, in my opinion. So that's really what I have been looking for, trying to look for some high quality projects. We talk about them in the Alpha Surfers Discord, so that's one place that I like to post like new projects that I'm looking at, and before I make videos on them, I like to talk about them and let everybody know, because we are an alpha group, but more so we're an investment club. So really help each other and try to grow from there. So that's pretty much what I've been doing. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you have anything to add on these projects, definitely hit me up in the comment section below. I don't know everything. I may know a lot, but I definitely do not know everything. So there's definitely some things that I missed. So I definitely appreciate that. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you around the crypto markets. Take care.